As you may have already noticed, the Mercurial Vapor and Superfly are different again. Very different. So to better understand what makes them unique, here are 5 key differences between the Superfly 11 and the Vapor 17. Starting at the bottom, the sole plates feature one very obvious difference, and that of course is the incorporation of the bottom-loaded air zoom bag that's now 8 millimeters thick on the Superfly, with no air zoom anywhere to be found on the Vapor. The zoom bag on the Superfly providing probably the bounciest and springiest underfoot feel ever on a pair of football boots, whereas the Vapor prioritizes a little bit more of a lightweight construction with its Flylight design that keeps things as light and thin as possible. Speaking of weight, both are obviously very light, both also lighter than the outgoing Vapor 16 and Superfly 10. In a size 9.5 US, the Superfly 11 weighs in at around 178 grams, whereas the Vapor 17 in the same size weighs 154, making it the lightest Mercurial Nike has ever put out. Moving to the uppers, you have Flyweave Ultra on the Superfly and Atom Knit on the Vapor, where to put it short and sweet, you have a little bit more structure and containment with less grip on the Superfly, with a slightly thinner, more grippy feel on the surface with the Vapor. Something that also ties directly into the fit of these two boots. They're both Mercurials, of course, and have that tight one-to-one wrap. However, the Vapor is a little bit tighter and lower profile in shape versus the Superfly that definitely has a little extra width and volume. And then finally, circling back to the bottom, the FG stud patterns are a little different this time around, with the bladed chevron studs, of course, being a signature feature on both boots. However, on the Superfly, they're a little bit more bladed and aggressive versus the slightly softer, more rounded shape you get on the Vapor to prioritize a little more maneuverability. So after hearing all that, let me know down in the comments, are you team Vapor or Superfly?